What you mean when you say you was burnt out? Yo, I think about that shit all the time. That's the way. Probably like what's fucked up is that like the bulk of the world live under those. So the majority of the world feel like the majority of the world is like just doing whatever they got to do and thinking about not having nothing. Some people hit that place. Some people get homeless. Some people be in and out of being homeless. Some people be really fucking. Ooh. Ain't that one? Yo, bro. I've been burnt out both ways. I've been burnt out like actually physically and like mentally. I mean, I only had like I guess like the bottom of the barrel jobs, based off of who I decisions I made, just everything, like what I'm saying, all of it combined, like the conditions I was born in, the environment, the decisions I made, like so I never had a job that I felt proud of or I was happy to have. Not like happy like, oh, if I need a job, I'll get a job. Like, damn, I'm kind of happy I got a gig and shit. But I never had a job where it was like, yo, I really wanted to work here. Like, I couldn't wait. Like, nothing like that. The most mentally exhausting job that I ever had was working in a restaurant, I guess. And I was only the dishwasher. But it was a little shit about that because it always used to be like me getting pulled to the side. Like, hey, you want to work the line? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, nah, I can't. Like the intensity. I always tell people like the yo when I was working in a restaurant, the energy there was like more negative and more angrier than in maximum security prison, minus the violence. And that shit was throwing me for a loop. I could not take it. Um, the machine I used to wash dishes is a machine that they had in prison. So I'm familiar with the machine. It was just smaller in the restaurant, but in prison it's the same shit. In prison they call it a scullery. The area that you work in when you do the dishes in the mess hall. So like the work wasn't nothing, even though it be shit consistently. Like that shit was nothing. I put my headphones on, listen to a podcast, and just get through. But when the beefing would start, and I never had no beefs with nobody at the job. I did have beefs, but that was later on. In the beginning, it was just other people beefing, me not wanting to hear it, and if I hear a little bit of that shit, I'm like, hey man, shut the fuck up. That ass, like I watched it. I'm like, hey man, y'all niggas shut the fuck up, man. I want to hear that shit. Like y'all niggas gonna be fighting at the end of the fucking day, man. Nobody want to hear all that stupid shit. What started me doing that was how I got the job anyway. Because I would have never got that job if it wasn't for my cousin. So one of my cousins worked there, and my other cousin fiance worked there. He was like a manager. So my cousin, like, yo, my cousin come over from prison, like hook him up and shit. And that's how I got in there. But I was probably hardly ready to really just have a job like around people like that and shit like that. So like, I'm coming from maximum security prison type vibes. So like, I'm not about to hear you niggas talk about punching each other and fighting and all that, and then niggas ain't fighting at the end of the day. You telling me when niggas get off work ain't gonna be no fight, all that yelling and screaming you niggas was doing? And at that point, I ain't see it like that, but it was like I was policing it. And it always used to be managers coming like when niggas be getting on like, hey, you sure you don't want to? I'm like in my mom, like they want me to like, oh, they don't get it though. The first time somebody snap at me like that, it's gonna really be what I'm saying. Like I might do that shit right there on the line. I might knock a nigga out, tell you to send me the next nigga. Don't give me the keys to the V. I wasn't ready. Physically draining. I worked at a factory before, like not but a warehouse. I worked in multiple warehouses. I'm not built for that shit. I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods, bro. That job ended differently. I think me and Medkit might have told that story a little bit, like on the podcast before, how that job really ended. But the intensity, yo, bro, was like, yeah, warehouse. Like I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods warehouse. I worked in a potato chip warehouse. I know I told y'all the story about. Well, I thought I was getting busy and the conveyor belt was on. But the manager dude like seemed like cool, so he like, yo, you doing a good job. I'm like, yeah, you leave the conveyor belt like that, we good, bro. That shit ain't nothing. I got that shit through a temp agency. They was paying me like $9.25 or some shit. This nigga kept turning the conveyor belt up. So I'm like, yo, bro, you can't. He like, you got it, trust me. Man, that shit started shooting through. I said, I know what to do now. I fell out, pulled a stunt, fell out my back. Thought niggas was gonna come see me real quick. Man, I know that niggas next to me see me. Niggas act like they busy, like they doing they shit, they job for real. The conveyor fucking belt start dropping it was popcorn, all the pop, but the name of the shit is Mike Sells. So if you know Mike Sells, the brand, all the chips they make, all the different kinds. But that day I was doing popcorn. I'm talking about hundreds of bags of the big popcorn everywhere, all in my area. I'm damn near under the popcorn. Now I'm ready to come out the stunt because I'm like, bitch, if they don't see me, like, bitch, I can't just be smothered by the popcorn. Like, my head up out this bitch a little bit. I needed some time off. I went to the hospital and everything. Like, man, fuck that. Yeah, my back hurt. They called me. They said, because I was going to go back and give it a shot. Nigga, leave that conveyor belt alone and bring the chips. That my shit go the slowest it is, boy. Like, I'm not getting no raise to height. I'm not going through that shit. They said, nah, we don't need your services no more. I worked at another joint. This was like one of the first warehouses I worked in. The bro Aboriginal King that be on the stream, his brother got me a job in the warehouse. Like, this I say, most of all the jobs I get be like through a connection or some shit. So fucking like, I fake twisted my ankle that day. Cause the other part is like, so the warehouse works. So remember, Aboriginal King brother got me the gig. You know, we all grew up together. So every time I was done with something, because it's like, I'm trying to like really do the job. Like, don't want to get, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to lose the job. I don't want to look bad. So every time I get done going, I'm like, what else I got to do? He like, man, he like, yo, nigga, yo, bro, just go chill. I'm like, go chill? He like, yeah. I'm like, man, fuck that. So I'm walking around. I'm told niggas, they like, yo, just chill out. As I start walking through, I see niggas sleeping and laying down and shit. I'm like, oh, niggas in here doing this? But I was still too nervous to do it. I think I worked there for maybe like about 9 days. Like, but I remember like coming to work on that, whatever that last day was, and feeling that shit in my soul. Like, I'm not gonna make it through the day. It's like I felt like it was too much. And I ain't have it in my mind to just go lay down or do the, like, to get fired. Like, man, I'm gonna have to get the fuck. I need a break. I need to twist the ankle, something. Fake twisted the ankle, laid in the cut. Nigga came by on the shit. Yo, you alright? Nah, my ankle, man, I think I broke my ankle or something. I don't know. Like, alright. They came, got me. My bro, hobbling. Yo, you need an ambulance? Nah. My bro was already outside to pick me up, though. I already had the shit lined up. And what I realized is that I wasn't built for manual labor. Not that I wasn't built for it, but I never did, like, so I never really worked hard my whole life. Yes, I said it. I never worked hard my whole life.
Born in the 80s, crack baby.
I never worked hard. What I mean, like, I ain't had no jobs. So, I went to juvenile detention at 11. When I came home at 13, I was in the streets just selling drugs. Till I went to prison at 18 for over a decade. So I'm coming home. I never really did hard. Like, I never been worked hard before. Like when I was at Dick's, they got some shit they put on your wrist. You got to skate. They know how much you do. Man, listen. A lot of the people that be working in those conditions, they be having like crazy ailments. Motherfuckers be needing Percocets. Yo, motherfuckers that be working in warehouses be needing all manner of drugs. I don't even understand, right? Some motherfuckers be like, yo, I gotta have the Percocets to work. Other motherfuckers be like, I need Adderall, I need ecstasy, I need Molly. So, when I was working at Dick's, I probably wouldn't have worked long at Dick's anyway, but I had the Molly. That was years ago. That motherfucker probably look back. That's how long ago it was. Like, if I was about to get it fast, anybody could look back and say it was a very long, and I wasn't even doing much. I just had moved to a state where niggas ain't had no Molly. So I had just like, oh, I'm about, you know what, man? Hey, I can get Molly. Man, every time I went to the bathroom, niggas was coming in the bathroom like, yo, niggas. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is moving fat working. Y'all niggas is going too crazy. Now, I'm in the bathroom trying to smoke, sitting on the toilet, chilling. Like, man, fuck that. I'm tired. Like, niggas is coming in there trying to, niggas. I'm like, yo, bro. It was times where I be in there chilling. Niggas would be in the other shit standing on the toilet just talking. Niggas just made niggas loose. I think how I really kind of lost that job was a nigga owed me some money. So he was like, yo, on break, I'm gonna go to the gas station, go to the ATM machine, get the money. I ain't trust him. So I called Medkit. Now, I think I worked probably about 30 or 40 something minutes away from where we live. Medkit drum like, yo, I'm coming out too, and we gonna go, but our breaks was at like different times. So I actually had to pull a stunt to get to the car before his break came so that we could go with him, right? So I think I got fake sick or some shit. I ain't feeling good. I gotta get the fuck out of here. While I'm going through the metal detectors, emptying my pockets, I drop Molly on the floor. Now when I go out to the car, I'm nervous as fuck. It's going to be other people coming out on their breaks. I'm like. But then I'm like, they could just go to the camera. They might not even know what it is, whatever. Son come out, I get the bread, make it like, you going to try? I said, nah, I ain't going to try to go back. It's over. But I was getting out of Dick's anyway. You say, yeah, I seen people drinking, taking stuff and everything, trying to keep up day to day. Yo, yeah, and let me tell you something, bro. All right, look. And so you work at a warehouse, you probably know, right? Check it. It's mindset. Because every warehouse I worked at, and I'm not like, this ain't no bullshit. It was some Salvadorians, some Mexicans, some Peru, somebody, they was in there. Them niggas, they don't feel how you and I feel. You white Salvadors, I'm black, but we American. They don't feel how we feel. Yo, my nigga, I used to be saying to myself, like, what the fuck drugs is them niggas on? How in the fuck is them niggas sturdy like that with the energy, boy? Nah, my nigga, something up. Like, and then like when I was at Dick's, it was like Mexican dude on this side, white dude that was bugging out on this side. Only reason I say he was bugging out is cause like that Molly used to have him bugging. And I used to be feeling like he used to be making me hot. Be like, yo, New York. Be like, yo, come on, man, chill. You supposed to be about this. Like, man, bro, I think I don't be getting down and get fired. He be like, what? Look. Won't you just come out to my neighborhood? No. What you do is you collect the chicken. Whoever wants, bro, those your people. I'm just traveling and you live out here. I live out. Look, this is what we're gonna do, right? You collect the chicken, come and you bust your own moves. You tell them go on price. Bring it all here. I got you. We do right here at work. And you go like that, bro. I ain't got time to be meeting people and doing shit like that. Cause I ain't want to be selling drugs at that point. That's how, I started getting towards the like I told y'all, Deuce, like, yo, bro, I don't want to see you die or go to jail. And I was already, like, before I got out the streets, like, that's how I had the job anyway. Because it was times, like, so it was, like, in my head, like, trying to, like, okay, I got to make, like, a pivot. And, I got to be a little bit more strategic. I just did all the time in prison, like, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, like, most people actually feel that way, bro. Like, damn, I hate my job, man. I hate, and people be drinking and doing all type of shit. But that be a mindset, because it don't even necessarily be the jobs. Most times it be how you feel about life. So I know people that got jobs that if I had that, and that job drives them crazy. But if I had that job would be like everything for me. And sometimes that's the way it be. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the Amazon workers and people talk about they gotta pee here. Like it's some bro and shit. Yo, and we covered a lot of that shit like on the show and shit. Like, remember the joint where they was, I wish Medkit was up. If Medkit was up, she'd know. I can't remember. But it was some kind of farm. Remember the tractor or one of the farm vehicles backed up and killed the lady. And it was like, go on and work. Like, yo, bro, there's some jobs out here and the conditions is just horrible and horrendous, bro. Like, but what's the worst? If you lurking, you watching the stream right now, what's the one job you had that made you realize your station in life? Like, you had that job, you was like, man, I know my station in life. I know who I am. No matter what I thought, I get it. Like, oh, I hate the shit too. I work 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sometimes have to stay later. Those 10 to 12 hour day. Yo, bro. And me? Yo, check it. This was nasty, right? And everybody be knowing shit. Sometimes I would shoot skits at my jobs and shit, because I be going through jobs. And it be times where I'll be working, I'll come right home, stream, I'll be tired, like, nigga, every time I'll be sleeping 3-4 hours a day, like, working and streaming and trying to edit videos, and sometimes I'll be at my, like, yo, bro, right? The jobs I've been having probably for the last, like, 3 or 4 years been all the same jobs. Janitorial, cleaning up, right? Those jobs is kind of dope because you could almost make your own hours. So you got particular times you could clean spots. Like, I had to travel a lot. When I lost my car, like when I, our car, remember we used to make all the trips to Kentucky to see Deuce in college. Our car broke down on the interstate out there. We was on the interstate for like 13 hours, bro. More than that. I want to say 18 hours. We was on the interstate, right? Yo. So I would travel out far. That's how I could get the, like, traveling out, cleaning up, like, different, like, buildings and factories and shit far out. She goes to school in Kentucky. Yo, bro. Whenever I had to clean up bathrooms, boy, And I gotta clean up bathroom. So I worked at one. The best bathroom ever was at a science lab. So I worked in like a science lab, like where they was like, they got all them and shit, like they doing shit in there. I used to be in there scared to death sometimes. That bathroom was pristine, but the head nigga used to want the insides of the toilets blue. Like, so I had to spray, bro. Yo, she go to Kentucky State in Frankfurt. I've been out there to homecoming and shit. Me and Megan out there. But fucking, yo, bro, when you get in a, like, but I cleaned factory bathrooms and everything, right? Let me put this in the chat, bro. Yo, bro, look. Life changed when you see that shit on the toilet seat. Yo, boy. Whole different animal type shit. That shit's a different vibe, boy. Those factory bathrooms back. Yo, bro. That's why I said it was flexible. Like, if Medkit was up, one day I'm going to have her tell y'all, like, so, I used to be able to bring, yo, let me tell you, yo, bro, how I got fired from one of them shits was nasty. I recorded it. I put it on, I think I put it on my Instagram, Facebook. Motherfucker, they transferred me. They was trying to beef me out, but I was maintaining. They transferred me to some wild spot. Man, that shit was so big. Yo, bro, I said, I talked to the manager. I said, yo, you help me? He said, nah, I do. I said, so he kept coming to me. So one time he came to me, he was trying to tell me some shit. I'm like, yo, you was in special ed? Is something wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He like, huh? I'm like, why you keep telling me the same things over and over again? You think I'm stupid? Because I'm thinking you stupid. But I was frustrated. I wouldn't have handled him like that. But the person, like, because they got different contacts for different areas. So when they transfer me to a new area, I'm like, I was doing my best to maintain. I didn't want to lose the gig. So he called an area manager out and told him like I was kind of threatening him. So son called me on some hostile shit. So I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, man, you can pull up right now, man. We could like, what's up, man? He was a Spanish dude. So he come, and as soon as he come, I give him that energy. Then he back down. Now we sit down, I'm recording. So I did tell him, I'm like, because it's the flexibility, because I used to be bringing dudes, so I'm like, yo, I be doing mad shit with my daughter, my family, so like, I might come a little later, but I'll get this shit done. He was like, nah, I'm like, we can't negotiate. There's this broken toilet at work. Everyone keeps peeing in. I'm guilty of doing it, but I ain't do it today, though. About that last night and stop. Yo, shout out to the nigga that work at your shit. Shout out to the janitor nigga that gotta come clean that shit up, boy. Yo, my nigga, yo, bro. When a nigga have a full blowout, yo, this used to get me mad, right? Like, who leave doodle on the back of the toilet seat? I like to just catch one break and get a job. Yo, right? I was telling you, I was talking before about, like I might get a job working for like just other podcasts. They want Emmys and all that, right? I get the interview, like I'm talking about it's going perfect. The lady played Fortnite that did the interview, it was dope, right? But I realized like I was being me in the interview. Like, this is how nasty shit is. So she asked me, she was like, cause it was between like 85 to 90,000 or some shit. So I forgot exactly how much. Maybe I'm boosting it up, but it was I ain't never got nothing like. I might not have never got 50,000. I never had a job that paid that throughout the. I never. So she's talking about they do like she was talking about all of like the benefits they give you, and she was like you get a 10% bonus every year for like work some shit with working and some shit, and then she was like, and you also get to donate we donate something to a charity of your choice. So she was asking me, she was like, how does that package sound? This is what I said, right? Me, low budget boo. I said, yo, you could have gave me half of all that with no benefits and no charity, and I'd have been okay with it. She laughed, I laughed, but it was like, yo. And then when you get to the part about where like with the background shit, so a lot like usually when we get to that part, a person is disarmed a little bit. They feel like I'm cool. But when it get time to start talking about that shit, like, well, you know, you got this and we understand this and this and this. And when you got to try to explain that shit to people, like, the shit only work in the hood and in prison and impoverished. Like, you can't explain, it's hard to explain shooting. It's hard to explain going to prison for murder. It's hard to explain. It don't matter how old you was. You can't put your story in a package together and somebody make a movie and then have them sit down and watch the movie and they be like, oh, I get it. Like, and I think I do well, like, cause I'm like, I put everything on the table, so I'm not trying to seem deceptive or like I would like to not have particular worries or, like I said, I was a teenager. Like by the time I figured out exactly what I might have wanted to do or might have wanted to be, like it might have been out my grasp, but like, man, I feel like I've been a prisoner of circumstance for a long time, but the moment I got the opportunity to even start to do things different or do things differently, I did. So, like, that's one of my, like, the things I'm most proud of, right? Like, I'm just not a criminal no more. I might be poor, I might be an ex-con, but, like, with most of all the people that I grew up with, most of all my old friends and acquaintances, they in and out of jail. Like,